What's up guys, my name is Ryan45678 and welcome back to the Edger Bike. I don't know what part this is, but I've done a few things. I bought some chain tensioners. Alright, so basically what I did is I did something like this. I'll take it apart to show you. Because what I needed it to do was this. I need it to, say the chain loosens, the tensioner kind of is springy, so it's gonna, no matter what the chain does, it's gonna tension it. So basically what I did, drop the bearing. If you don't drop it, it won't work. Alright, there we go. At one point, these were Bone Swiss skate bearings, which are pretty good. Basically, what this is a 5/16 18 threads per inch bolt. It's like 3 inches long, I think, and skate bearing here. A washer that I've banged the inside of to make it like this, because otherwise it'll touch the inside and the outside of the race and the bearing won't spin. So you want the wide part on the bearing here, inside part goes here. The little thing in there is like a plastic bushing, a rubber bushing. I'm not sure what the actual name for it is, but it looks like this. I don't know what you call these, but anyway, put that back in. I put grease in there so they would spin and not have too much friction with the plastic rubber thingy. I put the bearing on and put the nut on, and you don't want to tighten it too much because for some reason it keeps it from spinning real good, but for the most part it'll be fine. Let me switch to the one that I've already got on there. This one I welded on some brackets. This one is on there. It's got 2 bolts there. It basically holds the chain, and I've got 2 springs, both hooked onto here. I had to open up the spring thing to, that's the technical term, the spring thing, to get it to fit on the bolt. And then I hooked them together here. I hooked them together first because otherwise you're trying to do that under tension and it's not fun. But anyway, I'm going to get these 2 set. That's where this one's going to go, just like that. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I don't know, same kind of thing with the spring on this one. This one I'm not so sure how I'm going to do the spring yet. Oh yeah, I put foot pegs if you didn't see. Cool, so I got these installed. I ended up doing a spring like this for this one. It's kind of, I don't know, I was trying to wrap it around like I did this one, but I just couldn't get it to do it. The only thing I don't like is the first one that I did, which the chain is still pretty loose. It's not going to catch the wheel as badly, at least most of the time, but we'll see about that. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to get set doing, because that didn't take very long, is installing the new brake cable. So basically, these got rusty pretty bad. Good thing I have 50 of them. But anyway, just unbolt this banjo bolt, put the new one on. Get rid of this nasty nonsense that didn't work. And do the same on this side, and then fill it up and bleed it, and then zip tie it in the right position. So yeah. Alright, cool. So I got the new brake line, which is 94 something inches, I think, which is plenty long enough. No shenanigans there. I've got the old banjo bolts, which are 12mm heads. They're 10mm banjo bolts. So, shouldn't be that hard to get off. Oh, wait. I'm tightening them. My bad. Okay, yeah. Don't forget your lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, because otherwise that happens. Because they should just come loose like that. Perfect. It's going to leak a little bit of brake fluid, but that's okay. I know you're not supposed to reuse stuff like that, but I don't have that much, and I don't really feel like going and buying some, so I'm just going to do it. Plus, it's never been used. It's been run through a line and drained out, basically. So, first thing we're going to do is take this all the way out. We're going to make sure we save all these pieces because they didn't come with the new line. It's a little bit finicky. They'll come off eventually. Yeah, that works. Just twist them a little bit. Like that. Ooh, they're not great shape. This one is anyway. Try to kind of keep that a little bit clean if I can, so it doesn't leak. I'll go ahead and unscrew this end. Kind of using the banjo thing itself is a ratchet, if you can see. Because I can't quite get it with my hands. And really, you're not supposed to touch brake fluid, and I'm trying not to, but it's inevitably going to happen. Yeah, let that drip some more. Okay, I guess it's done. It's done dripping. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Alright, so I think we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm not sure what these are for, really. I mean, the way I'm hooking it up, there's no use for it. So I guess I'll just put it at the back. Or maybe I'll keep it here, I don't know. It's really, I'll just keep it in the middle for now, but it's really of no use to me. So I think it would be better, for my case, if I do it like this, because it's going to bend towards that way anyway. So let's get this bolt on here. Get this other one on here. Hopefully the messed up stuff doesn't mess it up too bad, but we'll see. See about that. Okay, we'll get this started. Like that. And you get the rest of the way with the ratchet. There we go. Tighten it as tight as I can get it, really. There we go. That's good. Figure out which way we want it to go first, and then we'll do it. So it's gonna go, well, it obviously just needs to be straight first, so do that. And that's because it's been coiled up so long, because I have had it for a while. Do this. Hang on. Okay, so it's gonna go like down, possibly here. I'm not totally sure yet. And then down to here, because there's plenty of line now. No need to worry too much about that. Originally, with the other one, I had it like this, going down here, but I'm not, even then, that's way more than enough. So I'm just gonna hook it up like this. Let's see, one way or the other. If I do it like this, that's kind of how I had it before, and I can direct where I want it to go, so that's fine. And I want to direct it kind of like this, somewhat. I don't know, it doesn't matter that much because it's enough line that it's not gonna have to worry about the wheels. Ooh, too much. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Could actually bleed it now, because that way there's no like crazy weird loops, but I'm gonna try to keep those out of it if I can. Don't know. Let's see, it's gonna go down. It could go crazy with it. Could, let's see, do this. Yeah, I really don't want to put it dragging on the bottom, because if I bump something on the bottom, it's gonna shred it. So I could do something along these lines. And for now, to bleed it, I might do. There's no good way with the way it was twisted. I may just have to hold it, or actually temporarily zip tie it to the table, is what I'll do. Then once it's bled, won't waste any more zip ties, only to cut them off later when I find out that it doesn't work. Because at that point, it will have worked. And I put the zip tie in backwards. I think there's literally only one rubber band holding this thing in place right now. So that'll work for now, keep it pretty good. So now we can add brake fluid. Except now I have to actually tip the thing. I forgot about that. Alright, I pretty much got it level. at least this thing will be level. So now I've got to take these screws out. If I can. They're not. There we go. Thought they were going to be stuck for a second. I might actually get my Allen key stuck. There we go. Sorry, you can't see that. Oof. Oh, man. Breaking my Allen wrench. That's not good. And I stripped it out. I'm an idiot again. Ah, this thing is stupid. Alright, so yesterday we had that issue with this thing. I figured out that it was actually stripping the Allen wrench, not the screw head. So I ended up using the good end, and what I'm going to be doing is replacing these anyway, because they're so rusty, and I have 50 of them. Well, I had 50. I have 48 now. So I'm going to take these out, put new ones in, and put oil on them so that that doesn't happen again. I would laugh in a sad sort of way if they designed this with materials that are eaten by brake fluid, because it literally says only use .4 brake fluid. That would be very sad. But it doesn't look like it, so I guess this thing actually looks like it could go either way, but as well leave it with the letters facing the rider. I don't know. Okay, now that I've got a cup and got this all kind of level, we can go ahead and start. I've got the bleeder screw, which hopefully you can see. Here, I'll be loosening that thing up. Yeah, just a little bit, because I don't know how much it takes. It doesn't take much, I know that. And I'll leave it about like that, so I can hopefully catch the drops. I'll start adding fluid. You're supposed to use gloves, and I might. I don't know. Maybe not. Oop. It's not 100% necessary. I'm not sure exactly why you're supposed to, but I'll deal without it for now, unless I feel the need to touch some brake fluid again. So just pour some in there. To the top, or as close as I can. Yep. And then start giving it that, and it gives some air. And there's a little bit coming out. Mostly air. Yeah, so we're gonna need. Yeah, it's keeping this level. We're not having it like this. There's no air bubbles like this. But when I move it like this, there's air bubbles again. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a long, tedious process. Slong. Did I say slong? It's gonna be a long, tedious process. I meant to say a long, tedious process. Ew, there's all kinds of junk in there. I guess that's fine, I don't know. Probably not. I probably should have bought some new brake fluid. But I'm sure all it is either from the old brakes that I put this in, the old brake line, or I was building a model car kit. I got a plastic and I wanted to strip the chrome parts, and one of the things I tried was brake fluid. And I didn't leave it in there very long because it didn't do anything for the length of time that I put it in there. So hopefully none of that is from that. So I'm not going to let it get to the point where the bubbles are, like where the bubbler thing is. Alright, so I'm just going to keep repeating this process until there's not very many bubbles, or it starts coming out that side. I don't really know when it's over. Because once it's full completely, for the most part, you need to bleed them, which is get all the air out. So, but that requires mostly them being full, so we'll see. Alright, so I'm thinking we're mostly done here. Every time I do this, okay, the moment I say that, bubbles come out, but it's usually not bubbles, it's usually nothing, or a big comes up, like that, or bigger. So I think what we're going to do is start bleeding. I'm going to let the first fill it up to the top. It's pretty far anyway. I leveled it out better so I could have as much fluid as possible. And then we're going to bleed it, because clearly it's not being bled much, it's just getting fluid in it. So we can open this a tiny bit more. I want it to like slowly drip out, barely any at a time. And really you don't want it to drip continuously that much, you just want it to be to where when you press the thing, stuff comes out the other side. Preferably air bubbles, so there we go. It's a steady drip. There we go. Get the air bubbles out. Oh no, the one thing you don't want to do is let it suck in air from this side. So close it off a little more. I think that's perfect, where when you let it go, it squeezes out a few drops, not a stream. So this fill up, there have been no bubbles so far. There's one. There's one. There's some more. Okay. I guess one thing you could do, I don't know, I just thought of this, maybe hold it completely upright, let it sit for a while, maybe the bubbles will kind of go to the top. I don't know, because air goes upward because the water is heavier, more dense, I mean. I don't know, I could be wrong. But it seems like we're running out of bubbles, which is a good thing. I'm starting to feel resistance, although maybe it's just because I've been doing this for so long. It shouldn't actually, now that I think about it, because there's no resistance at the top. But I think we might be good. I haven't seen bubbles in a while. Alright, it looks like we might be good. There's no bubbles. It's just dripping out slowly at the bottom. And it keeps doing that, so I think we're good. I'm going to call it here, and I'm going to put this on, and I think that's going to give us enough. Some of it's going to come out. That's okay. Actually, we need to close the bleed screw first before we completely set that. Okay, put the cap on. That's good. Alright, here we go. Got the screw here. Screw here. Where did I put this stupid Allen wrench? I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm screwing the screws in. That is what I'm doing. And then I'm taking this, because this end got stripped, I can't use the leverage, so I make sure it's all the way in there, which is what stripped the thing before. I think it wasn't all the way in there, or it was just too tight, I don't know. That. And that's probably good enough. I don't want it to be super tight from what I remember. I honestly can't tell if the brakes are working. They actually are. Not much. Yeah, actually they are. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. They are squeezing. I don't know how much they're supposed to move, but they're moving. I mean, it would have helped if I got them set up straight, completely straight, but I mean, they're pretty good. But if you ask me, yeah, it might take some riding them into, like, if they're a little bit too far forward right now. It might take a little bit of riding to wear that into them, but and they're not that straight. Like, it's moving the road disc, the disc a little bit, but that's okay. We'll work it all out. But yay, brakes. Alright, so now that we got these, I'm going to go ahead and get this zip tie off, and we're going to zip tie the rest of the brakes, or the rest of the line to where I want it to be. So first one, I probably should have like wrapped it around here somewhere so that it kind of took care of some of the length. But I think I'm going to start from here, just because I know I don't want it to be crazy over here. Put a zip tie here. Just kind of keep it there. I could run it here, which is like what I did before, and then just leave a loop. I might have to leave a loop. It's kind of ridiculous, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Okay, so I want it about right here, just to try to use the length to kind of keep it out of the way of everything. So if I can, I don't want to have a loop, but oh, you know what? The loop could go here underneath the seat. That would be great. And this could go there. Yeah, I might do that. The seat is probably going to be zip tied like this. Whatever I decide, I don't have a seat yet, obviously. But zip tie that. Ooh, I think it might be about to rain. That's not good. There we go. Put that here. I'll keep it pretty much set like that. And if I have the loop, I can put it under here. I don't want a loop though. If I have to have one, this is annoying. I can put it like that. Yeah, I can do that. Just gonna keep it right here. Okay, perfect. Or good enough. It's not perfect, obviously. It's good enough. And it still works. That's all that matters. Well, I think that'll be enough for this video. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, or if it was somewhat kind of helpful or entertaining. Subscribe for more project videos like this, and I'll see you guys later.